overall impression of the course. I've been an English language teacher for the past 7 years, and I can say very clearly that before CELTA and after CELTA, there's a huge difference in my thinking, because I feel teaching without a CELTA, uh, without a CELTA, you can't spot the deficiencies, you can't identify the right frameworks, and you might end up doing something which is not teaching, or you might be just doing some elements of teaching, but not the real effective stages and of the which are covered in the frameworks of the lesson plans by CELTA. So I would say I really enjoyed the course and enjoyed immensely every bit of the course, especially the TPs. Was very good, excellent. Though it was part-time and yet it was intensive. However, I would say the content was very good, very knowledgeable, and it has really increased my knowledge. Thank you. Well, I enjoyed the TPs the most. Why? Because I had to spend a whole week planning for that and planning the lesson, which is the whole meat of TP. And in planning the lesson, I would realize how to implement the stages, which is, MFP, and then the guided discovery tasks, or the MFP, and the, controlled practice tasks. So I really love the TP, and the thing which I like about TP is being observed, because it's you get to know your deficiencies, your weaknesses, areas of improvement, and that's what really I enjoyed, because this would tell me exactly where should I focus on. I have to focus on CCQs. Then there's a whole topic on CCQs, and there's a book on CCQ by Graham. So I know where to go. So I like to be. What I like about TPs is that I was observed, given feedback, and it was very good. Yes, I would say all of these, the teaching practice, the lesson planning, and the feedback, they were beyond my expectations. Because, see, before, let me give you an example. In teaching practice, I had the issue of instructions and CCQs. Now, my first couple of TPs, my instructions were long, stacked, and I couldn't control them because I used to feel nervous. Eventually, when I reached my 8th TP, my instruction became slow and to the point, and I try to make it imperatives. And then CCQs is something which I never heard of before CELTA, and because of CCQs, I think I was able to avoid explanations in most of my TPs, and I would like to thank my tutors for pointing that out to me. And lesson planning, again, was something which I did before, but not in the same way as CELTA taught me how to do it. Very detailed, and giving me the logical sequence of how a student will benefit, not how I will teach the lesson, but how a student will react to my teaching. How will he be able to participate or not? This is what I learned from the CELTA lesson planning. And then the feedback, I would like to thank Mr. Mario Gomez and Mr. Tim Matsuda for the wonderful feedback. They have given me really, really good ideas. But anytime I used to ask them, they used to always guide me out with important suggestions and modifications. And so I've learned a lot. That's what I'm saying. It's beyond my expectations. Thanks. Yes, my advice to future CELTA candidates who are taking this online: if you're taking it part-time, then think this is a full-time course. Dedicate yourself to the course fully, as much as you can. If it means taking off from work early, or taking vacation for a month, go ahead, do that. Spend your time day and night, I would say. If it sounds a bit tough, but yes, spend your day and your night on lesson planning, reading the units, going over them again and again, make sense out of that. And then, of course, if you have any questions, prepare yourself to ask questions, and more important is make yourself open to feedback. I mean, if you have a negative feedback in your first couple of TPs, it doesn't matter. That's the feedback is only for self improvement. So try to improve on it. And as we did in our group, we had a Zoom group. We had our group. We used to practice with each other on Zoom. So we used to have a rehearsal before the class, before for each TP, sort of a rehearsal, sort of a get going over our lesson plans, what's missing, what could be suggest, what could be modified. This is apart from asking our tutors. That helped us a lot because when you share ideas together, you work together. That's when you learn from each other. And so please plan for that as well. And yeah, and I would say uh, please take care of your health, and so that don't stress yourself too much, but please dedicate yourself to the course, be it for, if it's part time it'll be 12 weeks, if it's full time it'll be 6 weeks, but to get the maximum, dedicate yourself. Thank you.